The Montague is very simple. It doesn't have any pilots where you're clicking and clicking. It's a very simple light assembly and every chef will be able to use it. Currently 2 burners, so it's going to give us great cooking ability and very, very intense heat. The great thing about this, that heat doesn't come to the front of the unit, it comes out the back of the exhaust. So there's no heat coming onto the chef at the front. Once it's turned on, you can cook on it within 5 or 10 minutes within the cavity. The top will take 20-30 minutes to heat up, but it's still usable within 5 to 10 minutes. This one's very, very simple to clean. Scrape it down at the end of service or during service. We wash it down at the end of service when it's cooled down a bit, and then we oil it just to seal the plate again. In the cavity, we'll brush the bars and we'll seal the bars with oil, and that's very, very simple as well. The best steaks cook very, very well. I've got 4 different cuts of beef here today. I've got a T-bone, I've got a côte de bœuf, a ribeye on the bone, and a New York strip loin. But I've also got a lesser cut of meat there called skirt. Less than 1/3 of the cost of each of the bits of meat, but still cooks very, very well on the broiler. What we will see today is instant caramelisation. Natural marbling, natural fats within the meat will caramelise and sear and brown all the way over, ensuring that we keep all that flavour inside the meat. Some lovely burgers, hand-pressed Aberdeen Angus. Nice burgers, will sear very, very nicely on the top. Some fantastic leg of lamb steaks. Leg of lamb steaks have been marinated in some garlic, olive oil, black pepper and rosemary. Really straight on the plancha plate, seal either side, finish off through the cavity. Again, sealing everything in, caramelisation, flavour right the way through. King prawns, straight on the plancha plate, a little bit of olive oil, garlic, flavour all sealed in. Nothing's evaporating. Chorizo sausage, fantastic. Lovely colours, lovely flavours. Seared salmon, tuna, little bit of seasoning, not going to over season it. All that moisture stays in. We're sealing it all the way around, keeping all the flavours and all the juices inside. Lovely new seasoned English asparagus, straight on the plancha plate, a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of rock salt, and that'll just grill nicely. Lovely fresh English cherry tomatoes, drizzle of olive oil, straight into the cavity, and they'll cook within minutes. We'll see how quickly it is to cook and produce food on the broiler consistently. Here we have a 12 to 14 ounce New York strip or a sirloin steak, straight off the broiler. Caramelised and crispy all the way around. It's been seared in the broiler for 4 to 5 minutes. It should be nice and medium rare, so when we slice it open, you get all that nice juices kept in the middle, caramelisation all the way around. We've kept all the juices and all the flavour inside the steak. So lovely and moist, great eat. Seasoned simply with a little bit of rock salt. And now we've got a perfect steak. Here we have the skirt steak fresh off the broiler. Lesser in quality and lesser in money value, but not lesser in taste or texture. It's been broiled for 12 minutes, 6 minutes either side, turning, simply seasoning. It hasn't been rested, it's straight off the broiler. But what it does represent is great value for money, and any chef looking to drive margin or drive sales and giving great value, skirt wins every time. I'll slice a few pieces off, and it'll give you an idea how good and how juicy that looks. Here we have the king prawns fresh off the plancha plate with some nice seared salmon. The salmon we've seared very simply, we've just drizzled a little bit of olive oil, and what we've got with the salmon is when I break it open, all that moisture and all that flavour just retained right the way through the middle, nice flakes. We've sealed it very quickly on the plancha plate, 2-3 minutes either side, no seasoning. Now we're going to dress it up, now we'd serve it with something else. The king prawns, very, very similar. A little bit of olive oil, some fresh garlic, some fresh chilli, and all we've done is put them straight on there like a teppanyaki, stir fried them, tossed them around on the plancha plate, lots of flavour, lots of colour. The prawns will stay nice and firm and plump, they haven't shrunk in size, and they haven't leaked all the moisture out of them. It's sealed, it's kept all the flavour in there. It's the most versatile bit of kit I've seen in the market for the last 15-20 years. The chef can use it from everything from cheese to vegetables, to chicken to fish, king prawns, chorizo, lots of steak. Prime steak is fantastic in the cavity. You get all the colours, you get all the flavours, and it's still sealing it in. The great thing about the broiler, it fits right across the food service industry. From the top end restaurants to the best pubs in the marketplace to great burger joints. It's so versatile, everybody can use that bit of kit. A 3-foot broiler will take the place in any kitchen of a 5-foot charcoal. It's more efficient, it's less canopy space, it's less floor space. A good chef will do easily 300 covers in a night using one broiler. A chef developing a kitchen now must be looking at a broiler. The Montague Broiler is a workhorse. It's built to withstand lots of pressure, lots of work in a heavy environment. The life expectancy for me, I'd be looking at least 10 years with the unit. And for the money, I think 10 years is fantastic value. There's nothing like it in the marketplace at the minute. And for me, it is the creme de la creme. No kitchen should be without the Montague Steakhouse Broiler.